Rahul Gandhi was on foreign soil, and as expected, yet again, there was controversy that followed him there as well. Already, there are plenty of his clips going viral of his interaction with students at the EIA University in Colombia. But there's one thing in particular that has left people completely flummoxed. When he asked a striking question, why does a car need 3,000 kgs of metal to carry one passenger while a motorcycle weighing just around 100 kgs can carry two? That and many, many more piercing questions that he asked. Listen in for yourself.
In a motorcycle, when you have an impact, the engine is separated from you. So the engine doesn't hurt you. Whereas in a car, when you have an impact, the engine comes into the car. So the entire car is designed to stop the engine from killing you. The electric motor breaks that centralized energy system. The electric motor allows you to put a motor there, put a motor there, put a motor there, put a motor there. So the electric motor is a decentralization of power. And that's really its effectiveness.
All right, so what does one make of all that was said by Rahul Gandhi? Is this a technical detail that we are missing? We decided to stay away from the politics and actually get to the bottom of the engineering aspect. Hormzad Sorabji, editor of Autocar India, is joining us now on the show. Is it true, Hormzad, that you have a motorcycle be more safe because the engine gets away from you, whereas apparently in a car the engine comes at you?
I mean, to be honest, I can't believe what I heard. It's just, to put it mildly, it was just something that sounded nonsensical, to be honest. I mean, firstly, it's obvious that a motorcycle is much more dangerous because of the vehicle it is. It's on two wheels. You tend to fall off. A lot of people get killed because they fall off a motorcycle and the impact is far greater. You're making an impact with the road or some other object. It's nothing to do with the engine, and engines don't just come off motorcycles like that. Of course, in an extreme case, anything can happen. All the parts can fly off. But in a car, which is supposed to be 3,000 kilos, most cars aren't that heavy. Let's say the heavy electric vehicles are between 2,000, 2,500 max. The whole idea of a car is that it is much, much safer, and today's safety norms ensure that the engine doesn't intrude into the passenger cell. So I think, I'm really flabbergasted at this, to be honest. It's just technically and engineering, it just doesn't make sense. And again, the engine is it is a heavy component, no doubt. And of course, it is probably the heaviest part of the car. Again, no doubt about that. But I don't think you can make a broad statement that the engine comes into the car. I think that could have been many, many years back. But today, any car meeting any safety standard, even the most basic safety standard, the passenger cell is now like, let's say, it's a safety area. You have airbags, you have multiple airbags. And the reason why the cars become heavier also is because of all the safety equipment and the features and the crash structure as well.
Okay.
So I really wasn't getting this, to be honest, what sense this was making.
But what about the claim that in a motorcycle there is decentralization of power? Is that some kind of a technical aspect?
I think it was more on the, was it on the motorcycle or on the electric vehicle? I'd seen
the motorcycle, because its engine is in front, so there is a decentralization of power there.
No, the motorcycle, the engine sits below, so there's no the term decentralization of power, I really don't know what that means. If there is any distribution of power, maybe that's what he was trying to say. That can happen when the power is, let's say transmitted to all four wheels or just one wheel. In the case of a motorcycle, it's just to the rear wheel. In a car, it can be either two wheels or four wheels. So I'm really not sure what this really means. To be honest, it didn't make sense to me.
Also, why is it that a car needs 3,000 kgs to carry just one or two passengers, but a motorcycle can carry one or two passengers being just 100 kgs?
Well, a car is designed to take more than one passenger. It can take 5 passengers, 7 passengers if they're a 3-row thing. It's just if a person chooses to ride solo, that's his prerogative. But no one designs a car to just take one passenger. That, of course, we all know. We all go with our families in cars. So again, I'm not sure where this is coming from. And clearly, it's because it's designed to take so many passengers. It's generally on the heavier side. But cars aren't really 3,000 kilos. That's really, super heavy SUVs. I don't really know of any vehicles, at least in India, that are 3,000 kilos or passenger private vehicles. So again, but to put it in a simple way, a motorcycle, it's lighter. It doesn't have the safety features or requirement of a car. It's just designed to take 2 people. So you don't need to make it heavier to take a more powerful engine, have heavier mechanicals to support that extra weight. Whereas a car is designed to take 5 to 7 people, sometimes maybe more. And that's why it has to be heavier to take the load of not only the people, but also the engine and the powertrain to support that. It all adds up and adds to the weight.
All right, Hormzad Sorabji, thank you very much for speaking to us. And this was not to be harsh. It was only to try and get to the bottom of maybe what a lot of us may have missed. Maybe we didn't really understand the engineering, the mechanics of how cars and bikes work. Tuhin Sinha, are you being very harsh on Rahul Gandhi? Is this actually him trying to explain a concept, but you've latched on to this one comparison?
But if Mr. Sorabji can't understand what he said, if you can't understand, if I can't understand, it's still okay. But if Rahul Gandhi were to hear his speech again, I doubt if he will be able to understand what he said. Because his gibberish quotient this time is so high that it overshadows all his previous comic acts. But I think we are still missing out in this comic distraction. We are missing out on the larger point. Imagine, would a leader of opposition travel all the way 15,000 kilometers to Colombia to, propagate this gibberish? We are missing out on the point that for the first time, he's on an official trip. He's not calling it a holiday, but we still don't know his itinerary. And I think it is only fair to ask important questions. Was it the impact of the company that he's keeping or possibly keeping in Colombia, that resulted in this inane speech? Was he under some form of intoxication? These things need to be asked.
Okay, Charan Singh Sapra, have you given the BJP an issue on a platter? I mean, honestly speaking, this was a comparison that just didn't land.
See, Padmaja, BJP, they just want to clinch on an issue. That was a casual remark of Shri Rahul Gandhi, and they just want to turn out into a propaganda so that they don't want to answer the real questions which the nation is asking. The real narrative of the nation is something different. Rahul Gandhi has also stressed on that. He also spoke on the erosion of democratic values, the compromised institutions. He also praised the tradition of India. He spoke on multilinguistic, multi-religious India.
Mr. Sapra, again, like I said, we gave him full benefit of doubt. We actually thought that there was a very profound point being made, which most of us could not understand. Auto experts are unable to comprehend what was being said over there. The thing is that this in itself overpowers everything else that he may have been saying there. And that's exactly what has happened.
Well, that's what BJP wants, the propaganda machine or the social media of Bharatiya Janata Party. They want to just talk on this topic. They don't want to answer the difficult questions which Shri Rahul Gandhi is asking.
But then why are you giving them the easy things, the easy memes, so that they can duck the difficult questions?
No.
You are giving them an easy meme.
We have also asked them about income, the rising income inequality. We are also asking them about the farmers' MSP. We are asking them about what is the country or what is the government going to do about the tariff situation of Mr. Trump. There are so many questions. They are not ready to answer that. They just want to do some cherry picking.
Sapra, here is our leader of opposition. He didn't just go there as Rahul Gandhi. He was the leader of opposition. Here he is sitting in front of engineering students. You tell me, as a congressman, what do you think those students in the audience are thinking right now?
No, if he has spoken on some distribution of power, I'm not an engineer, so I can't explain you much on that. But the whole thing is that was not the only thing which Rahul Gandhi has spoken. He has spoken on various issues.
Sir, to be fair, people who are engineers and auto experts are also as much at sea as you are. But don't take this as an opportunity, Tuhin Sinha, to duck the difficult questions.
Yeah.
They couldn't. We literally had an auto expert a minute ago.
चलिए सापरा जी के important विषय पर आते हैं. Rahul Gandhi has been, on this perpetual rant that India does not have a development vision. On one day before India Middle East European corridor was announced, where was he? He was in Brussels heaping praises on BRI, China's BRI.
Okay.
One of the most transformative projects is the Grand Andaman projects. You have Sonia Gandhi writing op-eds to oppose it. So these are the people who want to keep India behind. They will, in fact, I am told the entire Leh fiasco is only because they are fundamentally Congress councillors over there are opposed to the mining of rare earth minerals. Why do we need mining of rare earth minerals? For the 76,000 76,000 crore rupees of semiconductor mission, which is underway in 6 different parts of the country.
Okay.
So these people fundamentally oppose all development work, all development initiatives, and then he goes to every corner of the world to say India is not developing, India does not have a vision. That is the hypocrisy of these people.
Okay, I'm going to leave it at that because I'm completely out of time, but there is going to be much, much more debate, you can bet, not only when Mr. Gandhi is in South America, but also when he is back here home, because his recent remarks have gone completely viral, particularly that explanation we played out for you for why cars weigh more than motorcycles. Mr. Gandhi claimed that cars are designed to absorb the engine's impact during a crash to protect the driver, whereas motorcycles are designed to separate the engine from the rider. The BJP naturally has pounced on this statement, suggesting that it tarnishes India's image. However, the data on road fatalities in India actually tells a very different story from what was claimed by the LOP. In the last 5 years, two-wheelers have actually accounted for nearly 3 times more deaths than four-wheelers. It's not as if motorcycles are way safer because of whatever decentralization of power has happened thanks to their engine. Actually, 3.8 lakh fatalities in two-wheelers compared to just 1.25 lakh in cars. This raises questions about exactly what was the data set that the leader of opposition was relying on, or what is the point that he was trying to make. We're still hoping for those answers. Time now for a very quick break.